Similar to a function, task is also a sequence of program instructions that perform a specific task packaged together as a unit. Task can contain timing constructs like pound1. When in a program, the simulator is running and it sees a timing construct like pound1, what will happen is any statement subsequent to that will execute only after one time unit. Task can call other tasks and functions. Task cannot return values. Task can have 0, 1 or more input-output arguments. Values are passed to and from a task through arguments. The arguments can be input, output or in-out. Syntax of task is as shown here. Task, task name, argument list, and then the statements that we want to have within the task, and then it ends with the end task keyword. Typically, a task will look like this. Task and then the task name. In this case, there are no input-output arguments. Then any statement and end task. Similar to function, task arguments can also be passed by value or reference or by name. So as we saw, pass by value is passing a copy of a value, pass by reference is passing a copy of the reference, and pass by name is to make sure when there are too many arguments we don't connect the wrong argument or we don't map to a wrong argument. So there is one task within a module example in the example section. Let us try to code a task and see the time. In this case, maybe we can write a program block, program tb top initial begin, then we display the time, $display time is %t is to print the time variable, and $time will return the time at that point. So then we'll put a pound1 and then again display the time. Let us save the file and compile and run. So you see that the first print has the time printed as 0, and then after the pound1 the time is printed as 1, which means the time has advanced by one time unit. Now let's move this piece of code into a task. So we write a task, wait for time. There are no arguments passed in or out. Now let's call the task from the initial begin. So let's save this file, compile it and run it. So we should see the same 0 and 1. So we can write display time can be a function. So let's write function void display time, within which we will put the $display time is %t $time. Now we can do wait for time and then display time. Let's save the file, compile, and run. So it's doing the same. Let's try to pass an argument for the number of time units. Now let's wait for the time unit. So in this case we should see a print of 0 and then 5. So let's try to compile it first and then run. So we see a print of 0 and 5. In this coding example, we so far saw how to split a code into methods, functions, and tasks. Then we saw how we can pass argument into a task. We saw how we can have time units, like what pound time means. Another thing we can try is, what if we try to have a function with time units? This should flag a syntax error. So it says timing control in function is illegal. So it has to be a task. This has to be a task. Otherwise, the simulator, rather the compiler, will throw an error. Save file, compile. The compile goes through and the run is showing 0 and 5. That brings us to the end of this section on task.